Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive. Your daily dose of AI news, uh, curated and generated completely by AI.
Completely.
And today we're diving into some fascinating stories,
Mm.
really highlighting how AI is changing the world.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, from science labs to underwater data centers,
Hmm.
AI is no longer a thing of the future. It's like right here, right now, and it is changing the game.
It is absolutely. And it's remarkable, really, how it's impacting such a wide range of fields.
Exactly. And speaking of changing the game, let's start with Google's Gemini AI project.
Okay.
This thing is incredible.
Yeah.
Imagine solving a scientific mystery that stumped brilliant minds for like a decade
Right.
in just 2 days.
It's mind-boggling.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And what's really fascinating here is that Gemini actually cracked the code of a superbug, figuring out how they steal viral tails to resist antibiotics.
Oh, wow.
And this had scientists at Imperial College London baffled for years. They just couldn't figure it out. Professor José Penadés, who led the human research team, he even called the AI a genius colleague.
That's high praise.
It really is.
I mean, it's like having a superpowered research partner
Right.
that can analyze data at warp speed.
Absolutely.
This could revolutionize medical research, especially like the fight against superbugs.
Oh, yeah.
Just think of the potential to save millions of lives.
Really is groundbreaking, but, it's not just the medical field.
Right?
AI's impact is also making waves in the military world, which brings us to Pakistan's Blaze 25 drone.
Okay, so from saving lives to tank-killing drones, this is quite a shift.
It certainly is. Pakistan recently showcased Blaze 25 at IDEX 2025, and it's raising eyebrows.
I bet.
It's this AI-powered system designed to take out tanks.
Wow.
And get this, it boasts a 99.8% accuracy rate.
That's insane.
It is, and what's even more interesting is its ability to differentiate between civilian and military targets.
It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It really does, but this level of autonomy is bound to spark debate.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
While Pakistan insists that Blaze 25 is purely for defense, the fact that it can operate autonomously raises serious ethical concerns.
Yeah.
We're talking about killer robots and potential violations of international guidelines and a whole host of questions about human control and warfare.
Yeah, definitely something to ponder.
Okay.
Where do you stand on this, listener? Let us know, because this is going to, it's only going to become more prominent as AI develops.
Okay.
But for now, let's shift gears to something a bit more pastoral.
Okay.
We're talking about cows, AI, and moo analysis.
This is one of those applications that just makes you smile.
Really?
A Scottish agritech startup has developed MooGuard,
Okay.
a system that analyzes the sounds cows make.
Wait, AI can diagnose a sick cow just by listening to its moos.
That's right, they're moose.
How on earth does that work?
It's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
So MooGuard focuses on these subtle changes in a cow's vocalizations, pitch frequency, that sort of thing. And these changes can actually be indicators of certain illnesses, like respiratory infections, even before any physical symptoms show up.
So it's like an early warning system for cow health.
Precisely.
That's going to be a huge help for farmers.
It is. It's early detection means earlier treatment, which, can be life-saving for the cows and financially beneficial for the farmers.
Right.
And it can also lead to a decrease in antibiotic use, which is, has positive implications for the environment and food safety.
It sounds like a win-win for everyone involved, but
Yeah.
I mean, of course, no technology is without its critics, right?
Of course not.
Right.
Some are concerned about potential accuracy issues and, over-reliance on AI diagnostics without considering other factors.
Mhm.
And then, of course, there's the broader questions of what happens when technology starts making decisions that were traditionally made by humans.
Lots to consider there.
Uh-huh.
Now let's jump from the barnyard to the courtroom, where AI is facing off against copyright law.
Ooh, this is where it gets really interesting.
I know, right?
The U.S. Supreme Court is actually tackling a landmark case
Okay.
involving Neural Tales, a comic book generated entirely by AI, trained on existing manga. And the big question is, can AI be considered creative, or is this just digital plagiarism?
Wow, a legal battle over AI-generated art.
Sure.
So how did this comic even come about? Did the AI just magically create a story?
Well, not magically, but impressively nonetheless.
Okay.
The artist Sarah Chen,
Go ahead.
she trained the AI model on thousands of copyrighted manga images.
Okay.
And essentially, the AI learned the style and the storytelling elements of manga and then use that knowledge to generate a completely new comic.
I can see why this is causing such a stir.
Right.
Yeah.
On one hand, it's fascinating to think that AI can create original content.
Right.
But on the other hand, using copyrighted material for training raises serious questions about intellectual property.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This case could, like, redefine copyright law,
You really could.
impacting artists, studios, the future of AI creativity itself.
The court's decision will definitely have ripple effects throughout the creative industry.
Yeah.
And it could potentially, influence how we perceive and protect artistic ownership in the age of AI.
Okay, so we've covered AI scientists, AI soldiers, and even AI artists. Now, are you ready to go underwater?
I am intrigued. Where are we diving to this time?
South Korea, to check out the world's first underwater AI data center.
Really?
It's called AI Nexus. And submerged off the coast of Busan, using the ocean to keep things cool.
That's incredible. Utilizing ocean water for cooling is not only innovative, but it could also lead to significant energy savings.
Right.
And not to mention the added security of having a data center submerged beneath the waves.
It's like something out of a James Bond movie. But why go through the trouble of putting a data center underwater? What are the advantages?
Well, besides the energy efficiency and the security aspects, there's the issue of space.
Okay.
Land is becoming increasingly scarce, especially in densely populated areas.
Right.
The ocean, on the other hand, offers a vast and relatively untapped resource for data storage and processing.
It's like a whole new frontier for data centers.
Yeah.
But I imagine there are also concerns about the potential impact on marine life, right?
Yes. Environmentalists are worried about the potential for thermal pollution harming marine ecosystems. It's a valid concern, and it highlights the importance of careful planning and mitigation strategies to minimize any negative impacts,
Right.
This is a classic example of the delicate balance we need to strike between technological advancement and environmental responsibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of delicate balances, let's move on to our next story, which involves AI dating and a bit of a philosophical twist.
Okay.
We're talking about Arrow AI, an app that claims to be an AI dating coach.
Oh, wow. This one caught my eye.
Yeah.
So how does an AI coach you on a date? Does it give you real-time feedback, suggest conversation topics?
You're getting warm.
Okay.
Arrow AI analyzes personality data and even uses date scripting to give users real-time advice during their dates.
Wow.
So think of it as a virtual wingman whispering in your ear.
Talk about taking the guesswork out of dating. But doesn't that feel a bit artificial? Like removing the human element from romance.
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
While some users rave about the app's success in helping them find love, others argue that reducing romance to algorithms dehumanizes the whole experience.
Sure.
But here's where it gets even more thought-provoking.
Okay.
The founder of Arrow AI programmed it to self-delete
What?
after it successfully paired 10,000 couples.
It deleted itself. Why would he do that?
He believes that true love shouldn't rely on a perpetual service.
Wow.
So he essentially created an AI that was destined to disappear once it achieved its purpose.
That is a fascinating philosophical stance.
It really is.
It raises questions about the role of AI in our lives and whether its purpose should be temporary or permanent.
Okay, now that is a twist I did not see coming. And speaking of unexpected twists, let's move on to our final story for this segment, which involves escaping reality with the help of AI.
Escaping reality. Now, that's something I think a lot of us can relate to.
Right.
Tell me more.
So imagine stepping into your ultimate dream vacation, but without ever leaving your living room.
Okay.
That's what Wander AI is offering.
Huh?
Personalized AI-powered virtual vacations using VR technology.
Hold on. This is way beyond those cheesy VR tours you see at tourist traps.
Right.
What makes Wander AI so special?
Think like fully immersive experiences tailored to your specific interests.
Okay.
Want to explore a fantastical world inspired by Harry Potter, but set in Tokyo.
Ooh.
Done. Yearning for a dinosaur safari, guided by David Attenborough, no problem.
That's amazing.
Wander AI uses AI to craft these incredibly detailed virtual worlds and populate them with realistic characters.
Now, that's something I would love to try. But what about those who say that, VR can never replace the thrill of actually being there, experiencing a new place with all your senses?
That's a good point, and one that's sparked a lot of debate.
Yeah.
But Wander AI isn't trying to replace real-world travel. It's offering an alternative.
Okay.
A way to experience the impossible-to-explore fantastical worlds or far-off destinations that might be inaccessible in reality.
It's like opening up a whole new dimension of travel and entertainment.
Exactly.
And I can definitely see the appeal, especially for those who are limited by budget or physical limitations, or even just lack of vacation time.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe someday we'll be able to combine real-world travel with these incredible virtual experiences.
Right.
Imagine like visiting the Louvre and then slipping on a VR headset to explore ancient Rome.
Now, that would be an incredible blend of reality and fantasy.
Right.
It seems like the possibilities are truly endless.
They really are.
But for now,
Yeah.
let's take a short break. And we'll be right back with more exciting AI developments. Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive, where we continue to explore this, ever-expanding world of artificial intelligence.
It's incredible to think that we've only just scratched the surface of what AI can do.
Right.
I mean, as we've seen today, its impact is felt across such a wide range of fields. It's almost overwhelming.
It is.
We've gone from superbug fighting AI to underwater data centers, from AI-generated comic books to virtual vacations.
I know, it's amazing.
It really feels like we're living at the dawn of a new era.
It's a really exciting time.
It is.
But with all this rapid advancement, it's important to remember that AI isn't some magical force that's operating independently.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tool created by humans.
Yeah.
And it's up to us to guide its development and ensure that it's used responsibly and ethically.
That's such a crucial point. It's easy to get caught up in all the hype. But we need to be having those tough conversations about the potential downsides of AI and how to address them. What are some of the key concerns you're seeing as AI becomes more integrated into our lives?
Well, one major concern is job displacement.
Okay.
As AI becomes capable of performing tasks that were previously done by humans,
Yeah.
there's a legitimate fear that widespread unemployment could result.
Right.
So it's crucial that we think about how to retrain and reskill workers
Right.
so they can thrive in this new AI-powered landscape.
That makes sense.
Right.
It's not about stopping progress. It's about making sure that everyone benefits from it. What about concerns related to privacy? We're sharing more and more data with AI systems, so how do we make sure that data is protected and used responsibly?
It's a complex issue, and there are no easy answers, but transparency is key.
Okay.
We need to understand how AI systems are making decisions, what data they're using, and what safeguards are in place to prevent misuse. And regulation will also play a vital role in ensuring that AI development prioritizes privacy and data security.
That's reassuring to know that those conversations are happening, but it feels like we're just at the beginning of figuring all this out.
Right.
As a listener, it can be a bit overwhelming to keep up with all these rapid developments and consider their potential impact. Where do you even begin to wrap your head around all of this?
It's definitely a lot to digest, but remember, you don't need to be an AI expert to have a voice in shaping its future.
Okay.
Staying informed is a great first step. Follow reputable sources, read articles, engage in discussions about AI's role in society.
Yeah.
The more informed we all are, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this new technological landscape.
Absolutely. And remember, AI is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Right.
The choices we make today will determine the future of AI and ultimately the future of humanity.
It's both exciting and daunting to think about the possibilities.
I know.
But one thing's for sure, it's a journey we're all on together.
Well said. And on that note, it's time to wrap up this edition of AI Daily Deep Dive. It's been an incredible journey exploring the latest AI developments, and we hope you found it as fascinating as we have. Remember, the future of AI is in our hands. Let's make sure we shape it wisely.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged in this ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence. Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive. It's incredible to think that we've only just scratched the surface of what AI can do. As we've seen today, its impact is felt across such a wide range of fields, it's almost overwhelming.
You said it. We've gone from superbug fighting AI to underwater data centers, from AI-generated comic books to virtual vacations. It really feels like we're living at the dawn of a new era.
It's a truly exciting time. But with all this rapid advancement, it's important to remember that AI isn't some magical force operating independently. It's a tool created by humans, and it's up to us to guide its development and ensure it's used responsibly and ethically.
That's such a crucial point. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but we need to be having those tough conversations about the potential downsides of AI and how to address them. What are some of the key concerns you're seeing as AI becomes more integrated into our lives?
Well, one major concern is job displacement. As AI becomes capable of performing tasks that were previously done by humans, there's a legitimate fear that widespread unemployment could result. It's crucial that we think about how to retrain and reskill workers so they can thrive in this new AI-powered landscape.
That makes sense. It's not about stopping progress. It's about ensuring that everyone benefits from it.
Yeah.
What about concerns related to privacy? We're sharing more and more data with AI systems, so how do we make sure that data is protected and used responsibly?
It's a complex issue, and there are no easy answers. But transparency is key.
Okay.
We need to understand how AI systems are making decisions, what data they're using, and what safeguards are in place to prevent misuse. Regulation will also play a vital role in ensuring that AI development prioritizes privacy and data security.
It's reassuring to know that those conversations are happening. But it feels like we're just at the beginning of figuring all this out. As a listener, it can be a bit overwhelming to keep up with all these rapid developments and consider their potential impact. Where do you even begin to wrap your head around all of this?
It's definitely a lot to digest, but remember, you don't need to be an AI expert to have a voice in shaping its future. Staying informed is a great first step.
Okay.
Follow reputable sources, read articles, and engage in discussions about AI's role in society. The more informed we all are, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this new technological landscape.
Absolutely. And remember, AI is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. The choices we make today will determine the future of AI and ultimately the future of humanity.
It's both exciting and daunting to think about the possibilities, but one thing's for sure, it's a journey we're all on together.
Well said. And on that note, it's time to wrap up this edition of AI Daily Deep Dive. It's been an incredible journey exploring the latest AI developments, and we hope you found it as fascinating as we have. Remember, the future of AI is in our hands. Let's make sure we shape it wisely.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged in this ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence.